I would say game on, but really the big news here is that you don't need to be playing a game on a Meta Quest anymore to make use of it. Meta's mixed reality headset had a rudimentary operating system that was mostly an app launcher, meaning mostly a launcher for games. The original vision for the Quest was to be a metaverse device. Now Meta has launched the Meta Horizon operating system. Evidently, Meta is serious about keeping up with Apple's approach to AR/VR as a general-purpose computing device in addition to AR/VR applications. Previously, I talked about how the Apple Vision Pro was another computing form factor, like Apple's laptops, phones, and tablets that had their own operating systems like other Apple computing form factors. It manages displays, you can be running multiple applications. It's like having an iPad with a really big screen attached to your face. It has a distinctive set of user interface gestures, and it has human factors accommodations, like letting people know outside the device whether you can see them or not. Even if much of the guts of the operating system are the same across Apple's devices, it isn't a small undertaking to make a fully formed operating system for a radically new form factor. I had my doubts whether Meta would even try to approximately match Apple in this, but here they are. What is it? What is Meta HorizonOS? It is Android on your face in kind of the same way that the Vision Pro operating system is an iPad on your face. That is, of course, vastly oversimplifying what I just said about the unique capabilities for AR/VR that are needed for a device like these. You've got to be able to interact with it. It needs a unique user interface input system, among many other requirements. It's not a small job. Neither Meta nor Google has made an extensive announcement about their relationship. However, there is one thing that Mark Zuckerberg himself said in passing, in his brief 3-minute video about the announcement. Meta HorizonOS is going to have the Google Play Store. That's a big deal. That means Meta is now an Android device OEM, officially, like any first-tier handset maker. The other path would have been to do what a lot of Chinese phone makers have done and base an operating system on the Android open source project and do without Google's App Store and the related apps from Google. Let's read the tea leaves about what this portends. First, Meta has not relinquished control of this operating system to Google. This isn't AR/VR Android by Google. It is very much HorizonOS by Meta. And that means Meta having OEM relationships with other AR/VR hardware makers. This implies that Google is content to let Meta take the lead in the AR/VR device domain, while blessing them with access to the Play Store. Meta has announced that Lenovo and at least one other company will be making mixed reality headsets that run HorizonOS. Essentially, Google has let Meta act on Google's behalf, at least with a certain set of OEMs. It is very unlikely that any other company other than Meta could have gotten the time of day from Google for such a complicated relationship. But there they are. Because I'm not a gamer, this makes the Meta Quest a lot more interesting to me. I'd like to find out how well Android works in 3D.